So, you know how I didn't do anything. So you know
Do
how
that? I didn't
you know
you.
how like we got in a fight, okay? You know how we got in a fight last night? So she ignored me for the first you had what schedule do you want to walk? She just completely flat out ignored me, you know?
Did she leave you in red?
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I
Oh,
was like, all right,
dump her,
fine.
dump her, dump her. She left you in red. Dump her.
And I was like,
I'm
whatever.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Mhm. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
It's really hot
So
in my room.
I was sorry. So I saw her pause and what's it called? She was with her friend, so I didn't really say anything to her. I didn't want to disturb her. And what's it called? I was like, what's it called? When I passed by her, she just straight up laughed and giggled with her friend, and I'm assuming it was like towards me or whatever. I really don't know, but I didn't really mind it. And I was like mad that she didn't even bother saying hello. So I was like upset, but I was like, oh well, who cares? So what's it called? I saw her again in the halls during my fourth period, and I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, hey. And then that's when I asked her like, hey, why are you ignoring my call? And like, why are you ignoring my text? And like, why you're not like saying hi to me or whatever? And she's like, oh, like it's nothing. And then she just seemed really mad. So I was like, all right, fine, I guess I'll leave. So I left her. She went to class. Well, I didn't really leave her. If anything, she left me, and like she just straight up like walked away and just wanted to get out of that. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. And I went to class, and since there was like a new part of the school, we decided to go explore it, and I got lost. And I got lost, so I was like going to class, and then I saw her again in the halls, and class ended. So I was like, oh hey, like, do you know what class you're going to? And
I
she was
didn't
like,
see
yeah,
that.
I'm going to 2012, but I don't know where it's at. And I was like, oh, I can show you right now. It's like right next to my room. And like whenever I said it was right next by my room, she was like her the face, like she was like shit, you know? Yeah, so I was like, okay, whatever. And I showed her, and then I was like, yeah, that's my class right there. She, and then she was like, okay, bye, go to your class. And I was like, I want to show you where your room's at. And she's like, no, it's fine, just go to class. So I was like, all right, fine. So I went
She's
to,
cheating.
I,
There is no other explanation. Just do it. There is no other explanation for that.
I went to class and what's it
Not
called?
you.
Class ended and I texted her and I was like, hey, like I'm not gonna be able to talk to you for like the next hour. My teacher's telling me to put my stuff in my locker, so I'm not gonna have access to my phone. And she was like, okay. And so I was like, I'm not gonna be able to text you for the next. Yeah,
Hmm.
she was like, so I was like, I'm not gonna be able to text you for the next hour. She was like, why? And I was like, my teacher's
Let the
strict
kids stay.
and like she's not gonna let me use my phone and she was like oh and then she just left me on red so I was like oh well whatever so I put my stuff in my locker and what's it called class ended and I was like hey do you want to walk together and I sent her a text and she was like totally so I was like okay and my class was like literally 30 seconds away from hers so I
Bro, I'm
went
so far away from my team.
so I went to her class and she wasn't there and I was like, what the hell? So I went out through the exit and she was walking with Steven. Like I w and I w and I was
Chris,
like
don't say that.
and I was like and I, and I was like whatever and I was gonna say something and
Uh-huh.
then what's it called? She got to her class and then like she gave him a hug, like a full-on hug, dude. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw that and I was like, hey,
Yo.
And I was like, what the heck? And then she just ignored me, and I was like, whatever. So I went to class, and what's it called?
She is cheating. I have no doubt in my mind that she is cheating on you.